Hola, estudiantes. Soy la señora Cazadora or Señora Hunter. I'm Mrs. Hunter, and hello, students. I'm excited to have you in Spanish 1. I wanted to create this video just to kind of let you get to know me a little bit better, see my face, hear my voice, and let's get started and have a wonderful semester. I'm so looking forward to working with you. Spanish is something that I've always been interested in. In high school, I started taking Spanish classes and I just kind of ate them up. I love them. And strangely enough, I really love the grammar part of it too, which is kind of odd, I know. But I loved it then. I was able to attend a mission for my church where I went to Venezuela and I was able to speak Spanish there and learn a lot more of the language and the culture. And so that was eye-opening. And then when I came back, I finished my college classes in language and in Spanish and in secondary education, teaching English and Spanish. And I've been teaching Spanish pretty much only since, I don't know, 2010 probably. So I've had almost 15 years of experience in education. The last 4 or 5 have been primarily online. So I am a full-time online teacher for IDLA. And so I'm available more during the day than some of your teachers would be. So don't hesitate to reach out. I love sports. I love them. I played college volleyball, and that's my top favorite sport of all times. I love fall, so I'm super excited because we're in that season right now. I love to read. I love to write. My goal is to write and publish a book, and I've got a lot of starts. I just need to finish. I love working on thoughts, and I just think mental health and control over our minds and in this day and age it's so important. So you'll see some of that in my updates. They're not all going to be Spanishy. Some of them will just be motivation and trying to teach you some helpful life skills tips. I am passionate about reading and writing and poetry and being outdoors. I love to be out in nature. I live in the middle of nowhere. I live in Bear Lake, if you've ever heard of that, southeastern corner of Idaho, right on the Idaho, Utah, Wyoming border. And I love it here, except for the winters get really long and rough. Today, that's a little bit about me. I want to learn more about you. So if you watch this video, you're going to be rewarded because I'm giving you your extra credit opportunity here in the video. So I want to hear about you. So I want you to send me an email. This is worth 5 points extra credit, which in IDLA, in the courses we have, that's a big deal. That's half an assignment. Like if you got a 5 out of 10 on an assignment, that's to make up for that. So don't skip this opportunity. Extra credit's important. So I want to hear about you. What's your background? What's your name? Where are you from? What's your background in Spanish? Have you heard it before? Have you practiced it at all? Is this your first opportunity to try and learn it? How do you learn best? Are you a visual learner? Do you like to see it, hear it, read it? Do you like to work in groups? Do you like to work individually at your own pace? You know, what kind of learner are you? Give me some sort of idea on that. Do you struggle with tests? Do you get testing anxiety? You know, some of that stuff. Are you shy? Do you hate to record yourself? Because you do have to record yourself in this class. So that's going to be important for me to know. If that's an obstacle we need to work through together, we can. What are your hobbies? What do you love? What do you love to do? What do you love to eat? Just tell me some things about yourself. What activities are you involved with at school or out extracurricular? And then what's a pet peeve? For some reason, I like to know people's pet peeves. I think it's fun. Mine is, you know, when your feet are scratchy in your sheets. Oh, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard for me. Just awful. That's one of my weird ones. So send me an email kind of answering some of those questions about you so I can get to know you better, and that will earn you extra credit. Now I want to share my top 10 tips of being successful in Spanish 1, and I want to keep this video semi-short, so that'll be good. Let me share my screen. Okay. Hopefully I can get it to the right spot, guys. All right. Can you see that? I'll make it a little bigger for you. 125. There we go. Top 10 tips. All right. So the number one is communicate with the teacher. Communicate with me. You guys, I'm so easygoing. Like if you're just struggling, if you need an extra day on something, just communicate that with me and be responsible for your own learning. And I'm pretty understanding, like probably too understanding most times. So just don't be afraid to communicate with me. You can text me on my phone. I'll have in the updates, but I prefer that you do it between the times of 7 and 9, just because I don't want to get texts at midnight. I like to sleep. Communicate with me via email, call my phone, whatever. But don't just sit there wondering. Definitely reach out. Review the feedback in the gradebook. You guys, this is like so important. I almost put it on number 1. But I sit here and I type up feedback for you, or I do video feedback for you to use. And if you never review that, if you never look at it, you're never going to learn from your mistakes. And at IDLA, we don't believe in a one chance, that's it deal. You can resubmit your assignments. So in order to do that, you need to learn from your mistakes, correct them, and then that's where the true learning takes place. And you get rewarded by a better score for doing so. Review the feedback always, and then if you have questions about it, communicate. We're back to number 1. 3, keep on pace. The worst thing you can do right now is start off in the hole, you guys. So especially at the beginning, okay, because there's going to be a time that you're going to slack off a little. Life's going to get crazy, and that's okay. But you don't want to start that way. You don't want to dig yourself a hole from the beginning and try and climb out. It doesn't work. I've seen students do it a million times. Not the best idea. So I have the calendar. I'll show it to you in just a minute. So I'll show you, like, there's hard due dates and then there's soft due dates. Soft due dates are to keep you on pace. So for me, I would just kind of look at a soft due date as a hard due date, because that keeps me on track and then I'm not behind. Participate in all the discussions. Like, that's where you're going to get a real feel for the class, like, and a real feel for the language and the culture is in those discussions. So participate in those and make it authentic. Not, oh, cool. Ask good questions. Make good comments, not just, sweet, thanks for letting me know that. Dig deeper and try and have some good discussions. Resubmit assignments. We talked about that kind of on number 2. But the best way to get your grade up is if you bomb something, redo it. And you have like 3 attempts on most things, 2 attempts on tests, I believe. So, and then if you need additional attempts after that, you can always reach out to me. I'm happy to do that. Ask questions. If you aren't understanding something, ask a question, okay? Or attend live tutoring. So make sure that you're doing that. I offer live tutoring. If it doesn't work in the space, like my actual hours of live tutoring, you can always contact me and we can set up a time that works for you. So I've seen so many students be ultra successful. Once they start getting one-on-one help, everything changes for them. So if you're struggling, if you're behind, if you need help with the concept, please communicate and attend a live tutoring session. All right, surround yourself with the language. You guys, this is an awesome way to kind of like immerse yourself in it a little more. You get so much more out of it. Like, listen to some Spanish music. There is like amazing Spanish music out there, like such good songs and such a good beat and fun to dance to and fun to listen to. So listen to some music in Spanish. You'll start to pick up some things. Even if it's just the accent itself, you'll start to pick some of that up. Watch a Disney movie or some movie you're really familiar with. Watch it in Spanish with English subtitles or vice versa. Watch it in English with Spanish subtitles. Go to a Mexican restaurant and try and order in Spanish, or try and say hello to the waitress in Spanish, or find somebody around you who speaks Spanish and practice with them. So as much as you can, there's apps you can get on your phone like Duolingo, just to do some extra vocab practice or something when you're bored. Just immerse yourself in it. The more that you can do that, the more you'll get out of it. Go through the lessons. So a lot of students skip the lessons completely. They go try and do the assignment. They bomb the first one, then they guess on the second submission and choose different answers or Google the answers. No. The lessons are there to prepare you for the assignment. Go through the lessons. That's what they're designed for. They have practice in them so that by the time you do get to the assignment, you're well equipped and know how to do it. Read the updates and do the extra credit. I offer extra credit. I'm a teacher who gives quite a bit. So right now you have the opportunity to get 5 points. Like you could have like 150% before as you start this class if you just do the extra credit assignment I talked about earlier. Read the updates, so important. I'll give you tips. I might give you help on assignment, specific questions, specific assignments. I'll let you know if I'm going to be gone and not available. There's so many things to get from the updates. Please read them and like them, and that tells me that you're reading them. Don't take yourself too seriously, you guys. You're going to make mistakes. It's another language. Holy cow. I made so many mistakes, and I still do. I'm still a green guy. But just don't, the more that you can be willing to make the mistakes, the more you will learn. If you just hold up and be like, I'm not going to speak because I might make a mistake, you're not going to learn anything. So don't worry. The recordings that are just for me, only I hear them, and I'm not judgmental. I made all these mistakes as I was learning. So don't be scared of anything. Don't take yourself too seriously. Like, don't freak out. Like, this is not life or death. This class will not kill you. Okay, I can help you get through it. Let's try and have some fun. Learning a language is fun. Learning about another culture is fun. So let's try and do that. Okay, I'm going to stop my share, and I'm going to try and share something else. And I'm worried that maybe you didn't even see that share. I hope you did. If not, I'll share it with you in the updates. Okay, so you have the top 10 tips readily available. All right, I'm going to also try and share and show you the calendar really quick. So that you can see that. So, sorry, I've got everything in the way. Let me move that. I believe this was you guys. Yep. So here's a Spanish 1 class, and it doesn't matter if this is not your Spanish 1 class. It's just I'm showing you something. So when you come in, your materials are here. You're going to go to materials. You guys are all going to start in the Start Here folder. There's assignments in there. Don't skip it and go to Unit 1. Okay? So you're going to learn how to navigate your course. You're going to go through the syllabus, the course schedule, and then you're going to do the Check Your Understanding and Academic Honesty contract. On this Academic Honesty contract, you guys, kids always miss this. So there's spots for your initials in addition to your signature. So you need initials and signature, or it doesn't work. Okay? You won't pass an assignment without those. Once you get into Unit 1, there's a knowledge inventory at the top. Don't freak out. This is just to see where you were when you started the class. I don't expect you to know anything. It's Spanish 1. If you do know a few answers, great. If not, no big deal. You'll just show amazing progress at the end when you take the ending knowledge inventory. So it's to just show your progress you're learning from the start to the finish. So as long as you do it, you get 100%. So there's not any reason not to do it. Okay? If you go back to updates, this is where you're going to see my updates posted. I don't have it there yet, but I will in a minute. But here's your calendar. So over here are what I call like the soft due dates. So none of this whole Unit 1 is due on the 9th of September. But that being said, these are soft due dates. You don't want to leave everything until the last night, right? That's going to be a disaster. So I put things on the calendar, like today or tomorrow you're supposed to do Knowledge Inventory 1, Check Your Understanding, and the Academic Honesty Contract. Friday, I need you to post at least your first post in the discussion board. Obviously, you won't be able to respond to people until they post, but just your first initial post and do the alphabet assignment. So if you keep up on this, I usually don't put one on Saturday. I had to this time just because you guys got started late. But I'll try to keep them definitely Monday through Friday so that you can have your weekends off. And those can just be like buffer days in case you need help. So I'm going to stop my share. And I'm going to hope that you saw those shares. If not, I'll try and do another video with Loom. All right, so that's that. I hope we have an awesome semester. You guys are going to do great. Don't hesitate to reach out. Don't get behind. And if you do, definitely reach out and I'll help you get caught back up, okay? Have a great day and vamos a tener mucho éxito. Gracias. Adiós.